everyone, and welcome to Shlime Reviews. I'm Shlime, and in this video, I will be reviewing Putty Egg. But first, if you're new to my channel, I want to again say welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoy this content. And now for our Shlime fam shoutouts. There are two of you, Bella Slime and Catty Cakes. Thank you so much for all the support, and if you'd like a shout out like this, comment down below #ShlimeFam. And with that, let's get into this review. This package got to me in 6 days, which is so fast because this was from their Black Friday deal that they had last year. Their deal was 40% off of all of their slimes, so I wound up paying $78.13 with shipping and the 40% off code for 5 8-ounce slimes, 2 being do-it-yourself clay slimes. This shop is very expensive, so I'm excited to see how great their quality is and if they're worth the price. I have been dying to try out this shop, so I am super excited. Everything arrived in a priority box with a fragile sticker on it, which is always appreciated, and everything did arrive safely. They also included a good amount of extras, one being their adorable, cute mini business card. I've never seen a business card so small, and I am in love with this. They also included a mini dog charm, a ramen flavored gummy, lots of stickers, which I always love, and an adorable pack of Fimo slices. There was no activator or care instructions. I did see on their website that their care instructions are on the website, but I didn't really see anything regarding the activator. Maybe I overlooked something, but that's just something to keep in mind if you don't have activator yourself and you want to order from this shop. The labeling on their slimes is simple and clean, and the labeling is also slime proof, which means you can get slime on the labeling and it does not affect the design. Some of these slimes are brought back from their Halloween drop they had last year as well, which is why the labeling on top of some of the lids has a Halloween theme to it. And the 5 slimes I will be reviewing are Boba Tea Cake, which is a do-it-yourself clay slime, Chibi, Totoro, Wagashi, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of these names. I also have Sutoroberi, Tanuki, Toothache, and Bastet, which is another do-it-yourself clay slime. I am beyond excited to try out this shop for the first time. Also, as a reminder, I saved the ASMR till the end of the video, but feel free to use the chapters to skip around as you'd like. And with that, let's open these slimes. The first slime we're gonna look at is Sutoroberi Tanuki. I paid $12 even for this. Originally, the price is $17, and this did come in an 8-ounce size container. This was listed as being a yogurt texture that is scented as strawberry and lemon milk candy. I do believe that Sutoroberi means strawberry, and Tanuki is a type of raccoon dog. So the theme of this slime is technically based around a strawberry raccoon dog, which I do find to be cute. I love the light pink color of the slime, and the Fimo slices are seriously adorable. There were pink flowers, bears, and strawberries, and honestly that was the reason why I wanted this slime. I thought the add-ins were super cute. On Instagram, this shop does mention that they recommend not putting all of the add-ins into the slime. The Fimo slices are seen sort of as like an extra, so they don't really want you to put all of the Fimo slices in the slime, if that makes sense. Because they do, they give you so many Fimo slices, which is awesome. The texture itself is so soft, yet chewy and thick, and I just love the gloss that you can see as you go to poke the slime. It honestly resembles a thick yogurt very well. I just love the look of this. The color of the slime really complements off of the Fimo slices. This is just a beautiful and adorable look. When I first tried to smell the slime, I couldn't really smell too much, but as I went to play with the slime more, I was able to smell a light, delicious blend. It is so unique and yummy. It's more on the milky side with a hint of strawberry lemon, and I just really like this scent blend. And as I said before, the texture is very thick, yet this does stretch so well, which is very surprising in a great way. This makes great finger pokes and somewhat loud bubble pops. This is mostly a clicky slime, and I am just in love with the type of bubble pops you get from this. I'm also just in love with how stretchy and chewy this is. I loved this texture a lot more than I thought I would because I honestly had no idea what their yogurt texture was going to be like. I did think that this was going to be a clay slime, but I'm pretty sure it's not a clay slime. This is just such a unique texture that I've not really played with before. It really starts off as a thick and glossy texture, but as it inflates and fluffs up, it does remind me a little bit of a clay slime, so I could be totally wrong. It's just something that I experienced with this. This is just so unique, and I love that this shop creates their own textures. The add-ins didn't fall out of the slime too, which was awesome. And when I noticed that the add-ins weren't gonna fall out, I did add maybe half the bag of Fimo slices. It's really fun to add little bits of Fimo slices at a time. It just adds to the experience. When this is inflated, it is just so fluffy and gives nice clicky crackles by the end. This is very inflatable and does not become sticky when it's inflated, which is awesome too. Although this texture does leave a tiny bit of slime on my hands, I just cannot get over how soft and fluffy and squishy this is. You'll also need a spare container afterward for extra slime, but overall, I really loved this. I just wish it wasn't $17 as the original price, because I do find that to be a bit on the high end, but I do understand that they give a good amount of extras. Either way, this is aging great and it's not sticky, wet, or stiff. I also haven't needed to activate this yet after having it sit around for a couple weeks, and I highly recommend this to anyone who likes a unique, thick slime. This is definitely a top favorite slime of mine. So for Sutoroberi Tanuki, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're gonna look at is Boba Tea Cake, which is a do-it-yourself clay slime. I paid $14 for this. Originally, the price is $22. And this is listed as being an 10-ounce or more size slime because of all of the add-ins for this. Although the base for this is 8 ounces, the texture is listed as being a sleigh slime, and this is scented as brown sugar boba and ice cream. The theme for this slime is a boba tea cake, which is a yummy looking pastry I've yet to try myself. Comment down below if you've tried a boba tea cake. They do look just so delicious. This comes with a clay piece, a white clay slime, a clear slime, and 10 boba balls. The base is a glossy clay slime which smells amazing. It's also a pretty brown color. The base isn't thick, but it also wasn't sticky. It just left a tiny bit of slime on my hands, but was very easy to stretch. It makes great finger pokes and clicky bubble pops. I was just in love with playing with the base by itself, but I did eventually put it back in the container and began to assemble the boba tea cake. I love just how realistic the clay piece is. It seemed to have some plastic snow on it, which I didn't know was going to be a part of the clay piece, but it is just super cool. The white clay slime was a little bit wet and slippery, but I did try to mix it together to get rid of that wetness before putting it on top of the clay piece. And overall, it wasn't too wet, but it was just something to point out. I also believe that the white clay slime was scented as a light, sweet cream, which was yummy. I love how many boba balls they give you for this. This shop was very generous with the amount that they give you. And I love the clear brown slime that they gave. It was a little bit difficult to get out of the baggie, but it was so easy to stretch and was perfectly activated. Putting that on top of the clay piece really was the finished touch to the boba tea cake. I loved the finished look for this, and then when I went to mix this, the clay piece was very soft and easy to mix into the base. This transforms into a light brown color. The plastic snow and clay piece incorporate into this to make it a snow fizz sleigh slime. And I seriously love the scent. It is just so light and sweet and delicious. The texture becomes airy and poofy the more I fluff it up. And I love how fluffy this gets, and it's just so sizzly the more you do inflate this. It's also clicky and just creates awesome finger pokes. I love feeling the plastic snow while playing with such a squishy slime. It's just so fun to inflate and is very inflatable, and yet it doesn't become sticky, which was very surprising. Although it does leave a tiny bit of slime on my hands, which wasn't a big deal. Sadly though, the boba balls would fall out of this slime, or rather it would fling out of this slime, which would really scare me. and it was a bit unsafe. It could have hurt someone or broke something. Although the Boba balls were very, very cute, I just was a little sad that it wasn't compatible with the texture and it would just fling out of the slime. Luckily, they were easy to remove though, and there wasn't a ton of Boba balls, so I was able to take them out with no problem. I also did have some plastic snow fallout as well. But either way, this is a very easy texture to stretch and is seriously just so poofy and airy. I can't stop saying that because it's just awesome. The clay piece did come in a deli container, so you can use that deli container for the extra slime afterward, which I love, because there is so much slime. I didn't realize when I bought this that this would be a plastic snow sleigh slime. The shop isn't 100% clear on what's all included in their listings, but either way, I love this. I do wish though that it wasn't $22 originally, but they do include a lot, to be fair, and it's basically like buying 2 slimes by the end of it because there is, again, so much slime. I recommend this to someone with a little experience with slime, as this might melt down a bit fast as it ages, but after having this sit around for a couple weeks, it's actually aging great. It's slightly wet, but that can be common with clay slimes, and as I go to play with the slime, that wetness goes away, and I have not needed to activate this yet. Even with the fallout from this slime, this is still a top favorite slime of mine, because inflating this is just so addicting and the scent is amazing. So for Boba Tea Cake, because the Boba balls did fall out and there was a little bit of plastic snow fallout, I do have to unfortunately fault this a little bit. So I am going to give this slime a 8 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're going to look at is Toothache. I paid $12 for this. Originally the price is $19. And this is in a 8-ounce size container. The texture is listed as being a slushy bead, and this is scented as apple mint. The theme is, of course, around a toothache. I just love the look of this slime. It really goes off of the theme just so well. It has like a very light yellowing to it, resembling some yellow teeth. I really love the add-ins for this too. It comes with 6 realistic looking teeth charms and a small little toothpaste charm. I do believe that this is from their Halloween drop they had last year that they brought back for their Black Friday deal. The beads look like tiny teeth to me, which is just perfect too. And this is a very packed slushy bead texture. The beads aren't rough on the hands, which is great. The beads do seem to be much flatter than other slushy bead textures I've had in the past, and I just really, really love them. The base is thick, yet stretched very well, and the pops are just amazing and loud. At first, I couldn't really smell the scent for this, but the more I played with the slime, I could smell a light, refreshing blend that was exactly apple mint. The theme for this is just seriously on point and very unique. I've never seen a slime like this from another shop before. I love seeing the teeth charms as I play with the slime too. I only had 1 tooth fall out, and they're also easy to remove from the slime and they're not sharp. There was 0 bead fallout with this texture, and it's just so crunchy, and this fluffs up great and makes so many pops. And when inflated, it's very slightly tacky, but it's really not bad considering a lot of clear slimes get very tacky with inflation. If you want to compare it to that, this is basically not tacky at all. I am just so happy with this. This inflates a great amount, so you will need a spare container for extra slime afterward. And I do recommend this slime, but maybe to someone with a little bit of experience, as this will probably melt down somewhat fast. Although I think this might be a coated clear base. I say that because after having this sit around for a couple weeks, it still hasn't needed any activator at all yet. It's still just a wonderful thick texture. $19 though is a bit much in my opinion for this slime, especially because it's not a do-it-yourself slime. But again, they do include a lot with it, and it's just my opinion is that it's a little bit too pricey. But either way, I really love this texture, and this is another top favorite slime. I have so many. I can't stop with the top favorites with this. I love this. So for Toothache, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're going to look at is Chibi Totoro Wagashi. I paid $12 for this. Originally, the price is $17, and this is in a 8-ounce size container. The texture is listed as being a wood taffy hybrid mixed with a custard pudding. So those are two different textures of theirs that they put together, which I don't know the textures individually, so this is just my first time experiencing this. And it is also scented as strawberry and cherry cheesecake. The theme I am a tiny bit unsure about, but I'll let you know what the name means. So Chibi means short, Totoro is a Japanese animated character, and Wagashi is a traditional Japanese confection. So that could possibly be why the add-ins are some strawberries, and I believe the little white creatures are a type of Totoro. I'm a little naive on that, so I am sorry. But you can comment down below to correct me if you would like, if you know. But either way, I love the Fimo slices included with this. The strawberries and the little white Totoro characters are just super, super cute. And the scent is seriously amazing. This is my favorite scent in the order. It's so strong and mouth-watering, and it reminds me of a type of cherry candy. The color for this is a very slight off-white, and this is also glossy. I added about 1/4 of the Fimo slices onto the slime before playing, and it is just so cute. This is very soft and kind of silky. It has good pokes and nice clicky pops. This doesn't stretch very easily, but wasn't over-activated. I think maybe it has cornstarch or shaving cream. I only say that because I've made a texture somewhat similar in the past. When this slime sits for a couple seconds, it does relax down into a very stretchy texture, but as you start to fluff this up, it does become a little tough, and it would tear a little if I stretched it too quickly, which is just very different and unique. I can tell it's just the way that this slime was designed. This texture does leave a little bit of slime on my hands throughout all of playing with it, and when inflated, it's just so fluffy and makes very light crackles. It's mostly a clicky texture and is so soft and squishy, but again, $17 seems a bit too expensive, but this shop seems to be in the range of $17 to $20 per slime. The add-ins would sadly fall out of this texture. I had about 5 Fimo slices fall out within 10 minutes of playing, so that was a little bit disappointing, but that is why they tell you not to put all of the Fimo slices in the texture, I believe anyway. This does inflate a good amount, and you'll need a spare container for the extra slime afterward. I really wish I knew the individual textures that this hybrid was based off of, but either way, I do enjoy how unique this was. I do recommend this, but maybe to someone who's not brand new to slime and to someone who just really enjoys a good unique texture. I honestly thought this was a clay slime, but I don't think it is. Either way, this is aging so well. It's not sticky, wet, or stiff. And after having it sit around for a couple weeks, the stretching actually became a little easier, but overall it was the same as what you see here. I just love the pops so much, and this hasn't needed any activator yet. This is also a top favorite because of how unique it is and how yummy it smells. So for Chibi, Totoro, Wagashi, just because the add-ins did fall out, I do have to fault this slime a little bit, so I am gonna give this slime a 9 out of 10 slime. The last slime we're gonna look at in this review is Bastet. I paid $13 for this. Originally, the price is $20, and this comes with a coated clear base that is in a 8-ounce size, along with a clay piece, and this is scented as green mango. I did save the best for last, by the way, because I have a lot to say about this beautiful clay slime. I want to start off with the theme. Bastet is an ancient Egyptian goddess worshipped in the form of a lioness and later a cat. So that right there is just awesome. I love that theme just by itself. And the clay piece is seriously the coolest clay piece I've ever had. It came in a deli container with bubble wrap, and it's hand painted a gorgeous shiny teal. I seriously thought it was a charm when I first saw it listed online. I could not believe this was a clay piece. It also comes with some gold chunky glitters to add. Starting with the coated clear base, it has a beautiful teal pigment, and it is seriously just stunning. And I could smell a light, yummy, sweet mango scent that reminded me of mango candy. The base is just seriously beautiful and shimmery. I'm gonna say beautiful like 20 times in this, I swear. But the base, it just looks glossy and almost metallic. It was a perfect texture. It wasn't sticky. I was in love with both the slime and the clay piece. Basically to the point where I didn't want to mix the clay piece into this base. And I have never felt that way before about a do-it-yourself clay slime. The coated clear base stretched very well and gave great pokes and loud pops. I'm just seriously in love with the teal color. I did not want to get rid of the beautiful pigment with the clay piece mixed into this. But eventually I did put the slime back into the container and put some of the gold glitter on top, which was an awesome color contrast. I then put the clay piece on top and it just looked amazing. Seriously, amazing. I wanted to capture this moment forever, so I am very glad I recorded this. The clay piece was just so detailed. If I wasn't a slime reviewer, I think I would have left the base and clay piece separate as I love them both that much, but I eventually began mixing. The clay was slightly stiff, which can be common with clay pieces that are hand painted. It took a little bit of effort to mix together, yet I loved the mixing so much. I could see some of the detailed clay through the slime before mixing it all the way, and I thought that was a neat experience. This gives easy bubble pops and is very clicky, and I love that the pops aren't too loud. This becomes very fluffy and puffy and airy and so squishy. The color becomes a light teal and the gold add-ins pop off of that light teal so well. The green paint from the clay piece speckled throughout the slime. So you can see a dark green speckle in the texture, and I don't know if that was intentional, but I actually like it as it adds more color detail to the slime. This is very inflatable, and once the clay is fully mixed, it gets a little tacky. The tackiness isn't terrible, but it does leave some slime on my hands often. This just stretches so well though, and is very fun to squish. The finger pokes and pops just become more and more fun the more this is fluffed up. And it's just so soft and squishy and thick. It has like a smooth feeling to it the whole time while playing. It also makes light sizzles when trying to deflate. And I'm in love with the frothy look to this when it is fluffed up all the way. I just can't stop playing with it. The clay piece did come in a deli container, so you won't need an extra container afterward for the extra slime. At one point, I did add the rest of the gold glitter to the inflated slime, and it stuck to my hand quite a bit after that, which is totally my fault. So if you see that, that is all me. But I did realize after that either way, the gold will stick to your hand a tiny bit, but it's really not that bad, and it can be common with add-ins like that in slime. I actually do think this is worth $20 just because of how gorgeous it is, and I just loved it that much. I am very grateful to have got this for $13. I could just tell so much time and detail went into making this, and I really didn't want to mix it at all. But I'm really glad I did, as I do love this texture so much. I never thought I would say spend $20 on a slime, but this is worth it to me. I highly recommend this, but sadly not to someone who's new to slime, as it can be a little tricky to work with when it's inflated. But overall, this is aging very well. It's not wet, sticky, or stiff. I haven't needed to activate this yet. When it sits around for a while and clears up, it becomes a sort of dark pale teal color. And the gold add-ins are just such a great touch that you can really see more when it is cleared up a bit. And the texture has a sort of chewy, gummy feeling to it before you inflate it again. And I just can't tell you enough how much I love this slime. This is easily a top favorite slime of mine. So for Bastet, I'm gonna break the rules and give this slime an amazingly beautiful 20 out of 10 Shlime. thank you so much for watching my video, and check out more of Putty Egg. I will have a link down below to their Instagram and shop. Overall, I love how unique and high quality their slimes are. I just wish they weren't so expensive. That was literally my biggest issue, as I wish the slimes were just about $3 to $4 cheaper. But either way, I still loved all of these, and they were all top favorite slimes, which is so impressive to me because usually a review will only have a couple top favorites. But these were all top favorites. I can't get over that. I just really love this shop, and I highly recommend it if you like unique textures and themes. Also, if you're curious, I'm on Instagram too, and TikTok, so follow me if you'd like to see Shlime, and just Shlime. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.